So Lazer's Z1 helmet with MIPS has become one of my favorites recently. The Belgian lid has a few things going on. The MIPS liner, you're probably familiar with, allows the head to move within inside the helmet. Its proponents claim that this can help reduce brain trauma in case of a crash, as it allows your head to keep and your brain to keep moving instead of coming to an abrupt stop. Does it work? I have no idea, but it can't hurt. It's just a thin little piece of plastic. Also on the inside, it's an antibacterial liner that sits just off the helmet, allowing for a little ventilation, which is nice. The roll-assist retention system is something you can adjust with a single finger, and it's things like this that have me going for the helmet, especially in the winter when I'm changing what I'm wearing underneath it. Whether it's just a simple headband or a thicker hat, it's just easy to adjust the helmet, pop it on, be on your way. The helmet also has a lot of plug-in features that you can't find elsewhere. You can pop a rain shell on top of it, something I use in the winter. Just a simple plastic thing that snaps on like a little salad bowl, pops off. You can plug an LED light into the back. It's a nice safety feature when the days are short. You can also plug in the LifeBeam heart rate monitor, where the heart rate is taken on the forehead, it integrates into the helmet and relays a signal on ANT+ to your head unit of choice. My friend Lazer Z1 has had heart issues and is, as a result, very conscientious to keep a close tab on what his heart is doing. This is what he's been using. I haven't seen any lab tests as far as the accuracy of the LED forehead versus traditional strap, but if it's good enough for Leonard, who has a vested interest in accuracy, then it's good enough for me for training. It's not necessarily an aero helmet, but I like the cutout in the front. It allows for good visibility. When your head is down, you can wear a cap under it without the cap being shoved over your sunglasses. And at the same time, the back of the helmet has a little more coverage on the lower part of the head, goes a little bit lower than others. You can slide the rear of the retention system up or down to sit higher or lower on the head. It's nice and it has this sort of dual cup grip, so you don't have a dial at the center, but it grabs the skull tightly, or loosely if you prefer. But I don't notice it when riding, which is, in my mind, a good judge of a helmet if you don't think about it after you pop it on. One thing to keep in mind with MIPS helmets is that occasionally it will bump you up in size if you already sit right on the edge of a side range. For instance, with Giro, I was a medium, right on the edge, with the helmet open up all the way, I had to go to large. In Lazer, I was already wearing a large, so with the MIPS, large still fits fine. Some helmet makers have adjusted their forms for that, but just something to keep in mind, try before you buy. At just over 300 grams for a large helmet, this is not a light helmet, nor is it a cheap helmet. It's a little over $300 US, about 220 British pounds. It's not the best budget helmet by any stretch, but it does have a lot of cool features you can't find anywhere else, such as the clip-on shell, call it an aero shell, I can just call it a rain shell, the LED light, or the heart rate monitor. I don't know if you'd necessarily use all the plug-in features, but I find myself going for it because it's comfortable, easy to adjust, airflow is good, and it's got that cool Belgian vibe.